Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a tattoo tour, kind of talk about my tattoos. I love videos like this. I love, seeing people's tattoos and what they mean, and they're just fun. Sometimes I don't care about the meaning. It's just fun to see what somebody has. So we're just gonna get started. So first one I have is my Virgo sign. I got this was just random. Me and my sister were literally sitting in her apartment and we were like, let's go get tattoos. And yeah, I knew I wanted a like Virgo tattoo, but like, I wasn't 100% sure what, so I literally just went on Pinterest and I was like, you know what, I didn't know if I wanted like flowers or what, so I just got this. It was easy, it was simple, it was quick. It maybe took not even 10 minutes, maybe like 6. The guy who did it free-handed it. Me and my sister went to like a random not like a random tattoo shop, but like, it wasn't like a regular artist that we go to. It was just, we were just bored, so we were like, hey, let's just get it. There was no pain. I didn't even feel it. He had a silent gun, and I thought he was still drawing it. He finished, and I was like, okay, or you gonna go? He was like, oh, you're done, and I was like, okay. So yeah, so it was real quick, real easy, no pain. Next one I have love on my wrist, written in cursive. This was another there's a theme. A lot of my tattoos are spur of the moment. So one on my wrist, I was at the work a couple years ago. I used to work at McDonald's, and I was at work and I was like, I want to go get a tattoo, and everyone was like, you're not gonna do that. Call, you'll make an appointment. You're not the type of person who's just gonna go and get a tattoo. This was my second tattoo ever, and I was like, why not? I left work, went, got this done, and I went back to McDonald's and I was like, whoo, got a tattoo. And everyone was like, oh, showed you. No, it was real simple. I love love. I'm a sucker for romance. I'm a sucker for love. I'm a sucker for like, fairy tale endings and stuff. So just, I thought it was cute, and the script was really pretty. Yeah, it was like 10-15 minutes. I felt it in my finger, like in my fingernails, which is weird, but it didn't hurt. There was no pain, and I don't have a high pain tolerance. Like, I hate pain. No, everything hurts. But this wasn't too bad. It was just, it was super easy, simple. It didn't hurt. The next one I have was, so there's actually a story behind this one. So I grew up like watching wrestling with my dad. Now it's just me and my younger sister. My dad doesn't have any boys, so I was like the more, I don't want to say rugged, because like I was always a girly girl, but like I played sports. I was the one who would watch sports and watch wrestling and stuff with my dad, so like that was kind of always like our thing. And growing up, I always loved McFoley in any form, in any character. He was like, I just thought he was so cool no matter what he was doing. Like, it was awesome. He was like, oh my god, he was so entertaining to watch. So when I met my now husband, when we first started dating, it was maybe, we were just about to hit a year, and we met him. We went to a signing and we watched one of the pay-per-views, with him at the signing or whatever. And before we had left, you pay, and we paid for a certain amount of signings, and we only had a certain amount of things. And I jokingly said like, oh well, we have one more signature, I'm just gonna get him to sign my arm. And then I was like, oh, it's, that would be cute, like, oh, you just sign my arm, and then if it washes off, whatever, it's, basically just, we got an extra autograph. And my now mother-in-law was, oh, why would you get that on your arm? Why would you let him sign your arm? And I was like, well, I'm gonna get it tattooed over as a joke. Well, I told Mick Foley the story, and he thought it was so funny. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get it tattooed over. So not only did he sign his name, he signed, if you know Mick Foley, he signed Mr. Sacco's name, which is like his little finisher buddy. It's literally a sock he pulls out of his pants. But yeah. So he, you know, Mick Foley, and then Sacco, and then he did a happy face and a little happy face in the O. It's really hard to see, but yeah. And that's just on my forearm. It's hard to tell, but yeah. That I got it signed the next day. Me and, you know, my now husband went to the tattoo shop. I got it tattooed over, and that's all she wrote. This one hurt a little bit more, mainly because it was just bigger, but it was quick. It was maybe 20 minutes, and it's because he didn't have to do an outline. He didn't have to put a stencil on. He just traced exactly right over the Sharpie, and exactly how he signed it is how he went over it with the tattoo. Like even the smudged eye, he left that on, which I thought was pretty cool. So my arm is worth a lot of money. Alright, so I'll finish off this arm. So I have the Virgo symbol. I also have the Virgo constellation. For a long time, I just wanted something on my wrist that no matter which way you look at it, like if it, you know, if you looked at it looking this way, or if I looked at it looking down, you wouldn't, you know, it wouldn't matter which way you looked at it. It wasn't like, you know, if I had a word kind of like the love, you can only read it this way, you can't read it upside down. So yeah, I thought this was pretty neat. That's kind of, well, that's the main reason I didn't get the lines to connect it. I thought it was just cooler with the dots and the stars. Oh no, I really like this. This is probably one of my favorites. It's real dainty. It's very like, you know, just cute little something. The girl who did this, I got this in the same shop as I got my autograph. She freehanded this. She literally looked at the picture and was like, okay, this dot here, that dot there. Then she printed it out, held it up, and it was identical. She freehanded the stars, everything. So I kind of like that it's not too perfect. I kind of like that it's a little messy, because, you know, it's constellation. Stars aren't really, they're not perfect, and they're not stars. You know, they don't have like specific shape in everything, so I like that it's a little bit messy. But to me, it's perfect. I love it. No pain. I didn't feel it. Super quick. 10 minutes tops, maybe. Super easy. It took her longer to freehand them in the Sharpie than to actually do the tattoo, and that was because she was trying to obviously like make it perfect. So yeah. So the last one on my arm is my little old-fashioned Winnie the Pooh and Piglet, and they're holding some flowers, and you know, there's some leaves floating. So growing up, Winnie the Pooh was kind of always a thing between me and my dad. I don't know, I think it had to have started when I was a baby, because like I just don't remember where it started. But my dad and me always used to have this thing where it was like, are you Daddy's Pooh? And I would reply with, yeah, are you Emma's Pooh? And then we would say, I love you. And you know, it was just a little thing that we did when I was a kid. So, you know, as I got older, me and my dad kind of had a rough relationship for a while. And when I met my husband, I really wanted to mend that relationship with my dad because of him. I knew I was going to marry my husband when I met him, and it kind of I wanted my dad and him to have a relationship. I wanted to have a relationship with my dad, and I kind of just wanted to have, like, you know, a better family situation. So once we went, you know, and fixed our relationship and everything was good, I kind of wanted, I wanted something that represented that. And I wanted something that, like, even though we struggled a lot with our relationship, no matter what, I'll always be, you know, my daddy's little Winnie the Pooh. I'll always be his little Pooh. And I love Piglet. Piglet's just freaking adorable. So, you know, I had to get them together. And it's funny because the guy who did this tattoo, his wife was pregnant, and he had said the day before, his mom called him and said, like, oh, I have one of your lamps from when you were a baby that was in your room, if you want it for your son. And it was Winnie the Pooh in this position, in like this, like they were sitting here, and then the lamp was like the tree trunk, and because they're supposed to be like sitting, you know, in front of a tree, and the lamp post comes up and it's a tree. How crazy is that? I thought that was crazy. I was like, this was destined to be. And now he has a sweet little son who, I follow him on Instagram now, and now everything is Winnie the Pooh with his little boy. But yeah, I thought that was so cool. Like, you know, you meet someone, you're just getting a tattoo that means something to you, and then it means something to the tattoo artist too. That makes it a lot more fun. It's cool. It's so different to see how people's lives, like, I don't know, it's just crazy. This one didn't hurt. This one took a little bit longer, obviously. The other one's a lot bigger, but it didn't hurt at all. And it was funny, I actually went to Disney in 2018, and I met Winnie the Pooh, and I had him sign my arm, and he signed right underneath the little Pooh, and I was supposed to get that tattooed, but we were still on vacation, and there was 10 of us all together, and it was crazy, and we just didn't make it to a tattoo shop. So maybe next time we go to Disney, we'll see. But yeah, he did sign it. I do have pictures that he signed it, and, you know, of him signing it. And it was such a cute moment. But like, one day I'm gonna get Pooh, and I'm gonna get Piglet to sign, because I think that's adorable, and that's like very, very personal to me. So that's one of my more meaningful tattoos. So, moving on to my next arm. We'll start here. So, I have a lotus flower right under, like, my ditch. When I got it, I was supposed to get it colored in, but I was very indecisive on the colors. I kept going back and forth, so I was like, you know what? For right now, I didn't know if I wanted to do black and white or, you know, shading, just leave the outline, get it colored in, how I wanted it colored in, if I wanted it watercolor, regular. There's too much going on in my brain. So I just got the outline, and I was like, you know what, once I make up my mind, I'll go back. Well, that was in 2016. I still haven't made up my mind. I kind of like it like this. It's kind of simple. There's no color. I mean, I love color tattoos, but for now, it's kind of simple. Until I make up my mind, it's going to stay like this. But I definitely know that I don't want to do black and white shading. I don't want, like, grayscale. I definitely want color. It's just a matter of what color. This one didn't hurt at all. This was spur of the moment. This was like, my sister went to get a tattoo, and I was sitting there, and I was like, oh, this makes me want a tattoo. And the tattoo artist was working with my sister, and then one of the other guys just, like, came back, and he was like, oh, I have a break between clients. He's like, I don't know what to do. I might just draw up some sketches. And I was like, want to do a tattoo? And he was like, oh, what do you want? And I was like, lotus flower. And he was like, cool. Got a tattoo. Very spur of the moment. Yeah, pretty simple. The next one on this arm, I have sun, moon, and stars right here. I have this matching with my sister. She has the exact same thing and the exact same pattern, or same way, same spot, same arm, same side, everything. Me and my sister we're not religious, we're very spiritual people. We believe in like energy and stuff like that. We believe in the universe. We believe, you know, the sun, the moon, and the stars plays a very big part in everything. The way people are, the way the world works, just everything. And we've kind of always been like that. We've kind of always, especially with each other, have had that very strong connection with each other and the universe. My sister's my best friend. We have an amazing relationship. So this was spur of the moment, but planned. So we knew that we wanted this tattoo, and we had it planned for a while, for a couple years. And we went one day to get piercings. I went to get my tongue pierced. She went to get something else. Her nose, I think, maybe. I don't remember. And they were closed. The like main piercer person thing wasn't there, so they couldn't open the shop. They had like a couple apprentices that were there, so we were like, you know what? We walked 3 stores down, and we were like, well, we're, you know, because she lives in New Jersey, I live in Pennsylvania, but I live in like Philly. So we went down to South Street, and we were like, oh, well, we're already here, so like, let's do something. So I was like, how about the matching tattoos that we want to get? There's a shop. You know, we went in, we asked, they had time. We already had the money because we were going to get the piercings. And yeah. And I like that the sun's like not perfect. Like, it's very, I don't know. It's very cute. It's different. It's not like a regular sun. I mean, the moon and the star, obviously, you can't change that. But, like, the sun's not just, like, a sun with, like, lines or, like, perfect little points. I think all of them were free-handed. The tattoo artist who did them was actually from Hawaii, and he was visiting. His friend owned the shop, so he, you know, came down to help him for a little bit while he was opening another shop. So yeah, he did these, and they look the exact same for freehand. I don't know how you can do 2 of the exact same tattoos, like, perfect freehand. I don't understand, because I don't draw, so, like, I don't understand. To me, it's freaking amazing watching anybody who can draw. Just, like, that's one thing I wish I could do, is I wish I could draw. So, I think I only have 2 more. Yeah, I think I only have 2 more. Okay. So, the next one I got when I was 19. Yeah, I got when I was 19. I'm 26 now. I got it when I was 19. Me and my best friend from high school. This was my second tattoo. Or no, my third tattoo. And we planned on getting tattoos. It was her first. We planned on getting tattoos. But we kind of just, see me, like, I'll go to a tattoo shop before I know what I want. Like, I know a bunch of tattoo ideas that I want. I just don't know which one to get at that moment. And then, even though I still have a lot of ideas, my one tattoo that I'm not going to show you yet, that I'll get to, just came out of nowhere. Like, it was a running joke, and then it was just like, you know what, fuck it, it's going to be a tattoo. But anyway, this one was kind of like, I knew I wanted it, and she wanted it, so we were like, fuck it, let's just get them to match. Like, who cares? And then if, God forbid, anything happens and we're not friends anymore, I still wanted it, whether it matched with you or not. And funny, not that we don't hate each other. She moved away, and we just kind of grew apart. But we're not really friends anymore. It's not that we're not friends. We just, you know what I mean. You just grow apart for some people. We just don't really talk like we used to anymore. We still follow each other and support each other, and, you know, like each other's stuff on Facebook and Instagram and stuff. It's just, you know, we just don't talk like we used to. So I'm gonna show you an infinity symbol. So yeah, we both got infinity symbols on our right side of our hip. We both have them in the same spot, and it was really weird because for a long time, like they would itch at the same time. Like I would not like get like a burning sensation, but I would get like, it would get like really warm, and I'd text her and I'd be like, oh my god, my tattoo's warm, and she's like, ew, mine too. And it was kind of weird. It was kind of weird for a little bit. And every now and then it'll itch or it'll tickle, and not like, oh, you know, that's just normal things. It's like a little step further, as if the universe, or not the universe, but like as if something's maybe the universe is telling us, like, think like, I don't know, it's just weird. Sometimes I have like weird sensations, nothing bad, but like, you know, and sometimes, and then I just think about it and I'm like, oh, I love her still, I miss her, but what are you gonna do? Some people grow apart. So the next one is the crazy one that I was talking about previously. This started as my current best friend. It started as a joke, kind of. So I'm just going to show you the tattoo and then I'll explain. Yes, got an avocado. So it's just so hard to show. Yeah, it's just right on like the side of my wrist. An avocado. So me and my best friend Courtney, we kind of always had this running joke, like we both love avocado. My husband and her boyfriend don't understand, which is totally fine, more for us, but they just don't understand, they don't get it. They're just like, oh, okay, you guys like avocado, cool. For us, avocado was life. You know, whenever, it's just weird, like, then it started like whenever we would hang up the phone, it started like I used to say like adios when we would hang up, and then it turned into avocados. I don't know why. I don't know when that started, how that started, but every time we would hang up the phone, it would be avocados, avocados. Sometimes I'd answer the phone, I go avocado, like it just turned into a joke. And her boyfriend jokingly was like, oh, what next? Are you gonna get avocado tattoos? Because we started buying everything that had avocado. We got blankets, we got a couple other things. I don't know, I don't remember. I know we went through like almost, we would go to the store every time we would see an avocado, be like avocado, avocado, avocado. And her boyfriend was like, what next? Are you gonna get an avocado tattoo? Yeah. So for a couple months we were like, let's go get them, 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 let's go get them. Well, mainly it was me. And it either just never happened, or we were too busy, or whatever. So one night we were down in South Street and I was like, avocados, let's go get some avocados. So I got mine right here. There, you can probably see it better. Maybe not, I don't know. So I got mine on my wrist, and she got hers on her foot. So we have matching avocados. They're not in the same spot, they're not in the same place, but I kind of like mine on the side of my wrist, like right here. And she has hers, like, if this is your foot, she has it like here. But I still think it's cute. I like it on her foot. She has tiny feet, so like, but it's the same tattoo, it's the same exact thing. So like, for it being like real tiny, it looks cute on her little baby feet. So it's funny, I'm gonna end my last tattoo with the first one I ever got. So the first tattoo that I ever got had to have meaning, because you know, it's your first tattoo for the most part, for most people. I'm not talking for everyone, but for most people, has meaning, especially for girls. Girls are weird. So it had to be from my mother. of course, my mom was always my best friend, especially when I was going through like the rough patch with my dad, and we didn't have a relationship. We didn't speak for 5 years. My mom was my best friend. My mom was like my everything. She was my rock. That was my girl. I mean, my mom, she still is. I love her to death, and she's still, you know, obviously I'm older now with my own family, so I don't live with her anymore. But when I was, I think it was 2002, my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer. Yeah, she's okay. She's okay. She beat it. She's a fucking warrior. But yeah, and we're also Irish. Yeah, so this is gonna be hard to show. I'm gonna have to I'm just gonna have to put the camera on the floor. I'll show you, because on my foot, this was the first tattoo I ever got. This shit took 2.5 hours. This shit hurt so bad, I broke the chair. I broke the tattoo chair. I was leaning on the arm so hard, it it snapped. And the guy just stared at me. And I almost started I was 18. I almost started crying. And I was like, oh my God, I just broke your chair. And he looked at me, and he totally made me believe that I just broke his chair. He just looked at me, and he was just like, the arm of my chair just, it's okay. It was already broken. You know how terrified I was? I thought I broke his chair. I thought I broke his chair. Thought I broke his chair. Yep. So, I'm gonna show you. I'll show you. It's a little breast cancer, well, it's a big breast cancer ribbon with a shamrock. Obviously, we're Irish. My mom had breast cancer, and the first one, because it was my birthday present from my mom, had to be for my mom. So some of my tattoos have meaning. Some of my tattoos don't. Either way, they're mine. I love them all. I don't regret any of them. I would do them all over again, times 7. So, I love you guys. Thank you for watching my tattoo video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video. And if you want to see a piercing stories video, I guess, not really sure, because my tongue was kind of funny, my nose was kind of funny, I don't have my belly button anymore, but that was kind of funny. But yeah, if you want to hear those stories, like this video, leave a comment below, just let me know. And I will see you on my next video. Bye guys.